Holy fuck. Now we have to fix it. So this CPU came off of a customer's computer and it had some bent pins. First and foremost, we got to clean up all of this thermal paste. I'm sure the CPU just got out of a long-term relationship and now it's discovering itself. If you ever encounter this issue, it's super simple. Just get some isopropyl alcohol, a soft toothbrush, and you'll be just fine. Just make sure you're not putting on too much pressure and you're going away from the center of the CPU. Now that we're all cleaned up, we can use the best blower in the house and make sure we get all of the remnants off of the CPU. Then we can get to fixing those pins. If you want to attempt this yourself, all you really need is some sharp tweezers and or a razor blade. Personally, I love using the microscope because it just makes seeing everything much easier. Now it's time for the fun part. My best advice is go slow. You don't want to rush this because if you break a pin, that is an entirely different fix and a much more difficult one. So I use the razor blade because I can get underneath pins that have been slammed against the CPU. Now there are lots of tools that you can do this with, like a mechanical pencil, and you can use this as the quote-unquote lead. The key thing is use the tool that's going to be the most efficient for you. I'm really good with the razor blade, so that's why I always use it. Another reason I like the razor blade is you can put it in between the rows and use the resistance of the already straight pins as a guide for your new bends. Now we're just going to rinse and repeat and do the rest of the rows just to make sure everything's straight, and then now we can test it. Another great finishing tool is the motherboard itself. When you place the CPU inside, and if you have any little gaps where there's some bent pins, all you have to do is rock the lever back and forth, and this is going to open up the socket just to give you a little bit more tolerance. And you can see I'm almost all the way fit, but rocking it back and forth, you're straightening the pins by the actual clamp on the board. With that last little touch, we got the CPU to fit, and now just to test it, turn the power on, and now we've got boot.